for this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team here at RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks. All right, y'all, it's November, it's turkey time. But first, we are here at Kelly's Port. We're going to talk a little shop. We're going to meet with Paul Spica, sales manager here at the marina, and we are going to look at some pretty sweet boats. I even heard wind that we're going to check out one of the Tiaras, so my favorite. Anyways, we're going to talk a little bit of numbers. Third quarter stats are in. I know I'm excited to tell you about them. I know you're excited to listen. So all that and more on this month's edition. Let's get to it. All right, and thank you for joining us, Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about Kelly's Port, about the history. I know we're standing here on this beautiful boat, but give us a little insight.
Sure. So Kelly's Port Marina has been at Lake of the Ozarks since 1977, so we're a little over 45 years in business. Full service marina. We start with service. We also sell boats, and we sell a lot of them. We've got some great manufacturers, Tiara, Regal, Bennington, and some more surprises to come.
What would you say is your highest selling line of boats? What do the consumer want?
There's all kinds of different boats out there. We're lucky to have a lot of different brand partners there, so we really don't have any gaps to fill in, but by volume, it would be Bennington and our Tri-Tunes.
Okay.
Second to that would be large bow riders.
Okay.
And then the outboard boats have made a huge influx in the Lake of the Ozarks. Everybody sees those. We're actually on one right now, the 34 LS Tiara.
Okay, yeah, tell us a little bit about this. I told
Sure.
Ron, I sent him a picture earlier. I said, well, Merry Christmas to me.
Well, it's going to be a good holiday, I'll put it that way. Great layout in a boat. Obviously, just huge outboard power on these with 800 horse from Mercury and V10s.
Okay.
Joystick control, Seakeeper, very plush, beautiful manufacturer, and this is a beautiful model.
Yeah, it is. It's really quite stunning. So y'all have been here for 46 years.
That's correct.
That's a fair amount of time.
Yeah.
So go back in time for us a little bit. What have you...
Honestly, I
seen?
haven't been here for the entire 46 some odd years, but our original location is now where Coconut stands in the Gravelly Arm. That was actually raised and moved out of there when Ryan and Kyle and I were all about high school age.
Dang.
We have our beautiful showroom location here, and then marina at the 19-mile marker. That's kind of the heart and soul of this business. We focus on service, on-water relationships. It's a real working marina, and that has changed and transitioned in the last 5 years exponentially. We're growing the sales end of it, but maintaining that excellent service that we have.
And how would you say, you said in the last 5 years, it's changed tremendously. In what ways?
We've increased our volume, definitely trying to capitalize on a growing market at Lake of the Ozarks, and
Yeah.
real estate obviously drives that. So we're seeing healthy growth, and hopefully that continues in the future. I really believe it will.
Yeah, I'd agree there. So this year, what have you seen? What have you seen in the boat sales? I know I get asked a lot, what's happening in the real estate market. What are you seeing in the boating?
Really broad question, a lot to unpack there. 2023 was fantastic for us. Honestly, the best year we've ever had in business, and we hope to
Awesome.
continue that into 2024. Boats like cars, the model year changes kind of in the middle of the year, July, August.
Okay.
So right now, fall season, we're planning for 2024, March, April, May, June, July, doing budgeting and all that. So I've dove into those numbers quite a bit. Top tier manufacturers, larger boats, that segment is hot, it's good.
Okay.
Some of the entry level has softened a bit, and that's nationally. An interesting parallel that we've drawn in the last couple of years is actually growth in population versus the recreation market. So areas that you're seeing high growth in, influx of new residents and that type of thing, you'll have a good recreation market. Places that are losing population, obviously the inverse of that. So we definitely key on that.
Okay. So for a boat buyer,
Sure.
what would you say are the top few things to look for, the do's and the don'ts on what they should do and don't?
personally, first off, call Kelly Sport. We'll start there. Secondarily, yeah, it's not dissimilar to buying a home in a lot of fashion. You're going to make a list. That's what I would start with. If this is the first time around for you and maybe we haven't had a boat before, or it's been a while, or we just bought the new lake house and we're not quite sure, sit down, make a list of real expectations and why you're getting that boat, and then find the model, the manufacturer, and hopefully this marina that can meet those. The closer you can get to that perfect list, the better.
Okay.
There may be some compromises, but start with the have-tos and end with the it's okay if it doesn't have it.
Okay.
And kind of base your decision on that.
You can go from there.
Exactly. The folks that I see are the happiest. They're out on the water. They bought the boat that made sense for them.
Okay. Well, that does make sense. So, just all the way around.
I know, it's simple when you think about it.
We're just making so much sense here.
Go buy something that makes sense.
Yeah. So if I was selling a boat, or if I'm coming in to purchase a boat, will you sell mine too? So
Sure.
I've got the old one. I want to trade it in. So you'll handle it all for me.
Yeah, we handle all aspects of the sale. Brokerage, wholesale buy bids, trades, you name it.
Okay. Any new up and coming in 2024 models or lines that you're excited about?
Sure. Regal has exceptional offerings, large stern drive boats that are available. The 2800 was a great model for us. That's been replaced by the LS9.
Okay.
We've had a lot of luck with that. Large surf boats are definitely on the horizon, and more outboard power.
Okay. Do any of them resale, I guess, better? So if I'm looking to buy a boat and thinking about reselling it later,
Sure.
same with a home, is there something that I would look for or models and that resell a little better?
Very, very good question on that. One thing that we come up against, and especially in this environment, there's a lot of manufacturers that have some field inventory out there. Knock on wood, we planned well, we've got the right product in front of the folks, but if a dealership is having real trouble with that, the boat's been around for 2 years at that level, think about the back end of it. It's probably not going to be any easier, and that's what they do for a living.
Okay.
So, keep that in the back of your mind.
Okay.
I always tell people a lot of times the cheap boats are the ones that cost the most.
Huh. Okay. Good tips and tricks right there. So I have another question too. Cash versus finance. So in our world this year, we're seeing about 37% of homes being bought and sold in cash. And that's just what's on our MLS. So now I can't track anything that's not run through there. But again, so you're looking 37 to 40% cash buyers. Do you see the same in the boat world? Do you see more financing? What do you see there?
Honestly, Jess, I think they parallel each other pretty well. In years past, we didn't have the great finance incentives that we have now. If you're buying a boat, you can save money by financing. The back end of that is very important to us, and we want to get you the best deal. With that said, outside of private party sales, we're probably a little bit higher on the cash buyer rate than that, but within the same ballpark. Either way, we can find alternatives.
All right, well, thank you so much. I know you're busy, so I appreciate your time today and showing me around a little bit and talking about this awesome boat. Yeah, and if our viewers wanted to get a hold of you or come purchase a boat here in Kelly Sport, how'd they do so?
We've got a couple different locations, obviously here on Highway 54 in Osage Beach. Our website is always open, and that's kellysport.com. Email us or reach out to us on social media as well.
Okay, sounds good. And if they're looking to purchase a boat, I assume it's a little bit like real estate, would you say? If they're wanting to purchase next year, when do we need to start? When do we need to get on that?
I mean, honestly, that's why we stock the boats, the instant gratification end of it. And, we had a lot of challenges with that in the last few years, as you know, okay? Used boats, there's no used boat factory, so if you find one, I'd hop on it. A lot of folks look at that fall, winter time frame, both in real estate and in the boating industry, as kind of a lull and off season. That's really not the case anymore. Manufacturing isn't totally normalized. These boats are a lot more complex than they were 3, 5, 10 years ago, so they take time to build. And on top of that, the lead times are a little bit longer now than they used to be. So I would say if you're looking to do something by March, April, May, now is the time to have a good solid game plan. on the storage end of it and that timing and the winterize and all that, we can work with you.
Okay.
That's just part of the business there.
Okay, well, good to know. So again, thank you for your time. And if you don't mind, I may take a little look around.
All right.
That's okay.
Tell me what color you pick out, okay?
Pink.
Pink.
Awesome.
You're going to have to custom order that one.
Dang.
Not stocking that.
All right, I've seen a lot of boats, but I think of all the boats, this one might be my favorite. Don't tell Ron. Although, a little tidbit, as Paul was giving us tidbits about buying a boat, probably should have your spouse as well. So Ron, if you're listening, put this on my Christmas wish list. I think it'll fit in the stocking. And a little bit about what the market's doing. I know we talked a lot about boats today, but a little bit on what we're seeing in the real estate market. Looking at the third quarter numbers, they are in, and we're seeing really the same thing that we've seen throughout the year. So we're still trending about the same. Low inventory. Inventory has not returned to levels that we saw prior to 2020. So we are at low inventory, and we still have that high buyer demand. People are still coming to the lake. They're still purchasing vacation homes. Financing has not seemed to stop any of that. We're seeing a lot of cash buyers come through. I pulled the third quarter stats, and about 37% of our transactions across the board were in cash. So we're still seeing that, again, the properties move here at the lake. Looking at numbers, prices are not going down. Everyone wants to talk about what are the prices doing. We're going to wait for the home price to come down. Guys, with limited inventory, with inventory at half of what it was, 4 years ago, those prices are not coming down. They're staying level, and they're actually increasing. So condo prices, waterfront, luxury, we're still seeing that average sale price go up. So it is very much a seller's market. If you're wanting to purchase, waiting is just not going to be an option. You could wait forever. So give us a call and let's start talking. Same as in the boating industry, real estate is the same. If you want to be in your own waterfront property here next year in 2024, give us a call now. Let's start looking for that. Let's start seeing what's out there and watching them come on and off. So we'd love to help you. As always, I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce and Kelly Real Estate Team. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to thank Paul and everyone here at Kellysport for having us. What a great day to spend with them, learning a little bit about the boat industry and seeing these beautiful boats. And thank you for our sponsors. Mortgage Headquarters, fastest closing is in town. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, give them a call, touch base with them, and have them get you ready for your purchase up and coming.